Power broker. Thelma Sias spent more than 3 decades as an executive with We Energies, making changes and breaking glass ceilings. As we continue to recognize Black History Month, Amanda Porterfield profiles one of Southeast Wisconsin's history makers.
Now that I'm older, I understand more than ever before the enormity of my parents' courage, hard work, to be able to raise 11 children, sent us all off to college.
And right by the front door of Thelma A. Sias' home hangs a picture of her in-laws and her parents, Roosevelt and Pauline, who were active in the civil rights movement while raising their family on a cotton field in Mayersville, Mississippi, a cotton field and farm they owned and operated.
Resilience. My parents were resilient throughout the enormity of racism and unfairness. My parents were resilient to hold on to the property of a farm. My parents were resilient. On a February day, a tornado came through our hometown. 8 of their 11 children were in that house. It destroyed everything we had, everything.
And it's that resilience, her parents' life lessons, and their love that have created the puzzle pieces of Thelma Sias' life, building her into something of a legend in Wisconsin, especially in Milwaukee.
Their will to believe that the 11 of us should have a greater opportunity than them. And every day, they taught me a powerful lesson. Every day. My mother said the same thing. Treat every person you meet with the same dignity and respect you so desire. And I've spent a lifetime figuring out how to do that.
As a strong woman who dominated Milwaukee's corporate sector, that wasn't always easy. Thelma Sias spent 30 years at We Energies, becoming the company's vice president. She concentrated on local affairs, leading multi-million-dollar investments into the community.
There were challenges in my 30-year career. There were times I walked into a room and people were uncomfortable with the fact that I was African-American, female, and younger. But there were also the other side of that, men and women who learned how to work along with things being different.
And while she was breaking barriers in the Cream City, Thelma was also focused on advocating for change on a national level.
From a cotton field to the White House to, I've been to Ghana, South Africa.
The walls of her home are filled with pictures of her with former presidents, first ladies, congressmen, senators, celebrities, and more, some of whom she's hosted right here in this room.
Why is it so important to you to be involved with politics?
Well, I saw my parents when they didn't have access. I saw what it was like when my father ran for the first time for a county supervisor position. I heard we were in an all-white school system, the threats every day about what they were going to do to him if he won. So I'm pushing for me, but I'm also carrying their dreams and perspective.
And as one of the delegates who nominated the nation's first Black president, Thelma Sias helped make her parents' dream come true.
My mother was still alive. Her and her friends put on their Sunday best. And they went to the poll and they voted for him.
Since retiring in 2017, she's doing everything but sitting down. Instead, sitting on the city's most influential boards, running a consulting firm, reinvesting in Milwaukee, and reaping the benefits of her hard work by receiving countless honors and awards from across the state. Most recently, Thelma Sias has been named a power broker by the Milwaukee Business Journal.
A great leader has to do 2 things, lead, but also know how to follow. I'm humbled by and honored to be on the list with so many incredible power brokers. And I've called them all up and asked for favors, and they've done the same to me.
And Thelma says that's been a major key to her success.
I have what I call a posse of people that have been so important to my development, and that has been a great help.
This year, she co-chaired an initiative to build the Howard Fuller Collegiate Academy, an enormous honor for Dr. Fuller, a community activist, former MPS superintendent, and member of the Thelma Sias posse.
He's been a lifetime friend, advisor, counselor, building a school for the education of young African-American men and women in the central city of Milwaukee. It's going to be a state-of-the-art, extraordinary facility. It is, again, when we think big, when we work together, when we plan big, we can make incredible things happen.
And for Black people in Milwaukee, well, we need every incredible thing we can get.
I live in the central city of Milwaukee. I can see the skyline of downtown Milwaukee with all its beauty. I want to open my front door and look around in my community and see the same. I want my streets to be plowed. I want the ability of quality education for all young people in this community. I want transportation access so the people that need to take the bus don't have to take 3 buses to get to a job.
But it will take action, unity, dedication, and the resilience of Roosevelt and Pauline Sias to make it happen.
We all have a responsibility for outcomes of the greater community. Don't just put it on their backs. Everybody needs to get up every frickin' day and do something worthy for change.
You're welcome.